So far today, I've got about 8 sales on Amazon, which is about $220 in revenue. And to be honest, that's not a great start for the day. And this is why I don't usually check my stats in the morning.
How many sales do you have so far today?
I have 1 sale so far, so that's a good way to start the day.
I try to structure each day to be as amazing as possible, to live my dream life each day, but the truth is, my typical day is actually really boring. I wake up, I do my morning routine, I try to get some kind of exercise in the morning, either do yoga or go for a jog. After that, I'll go to the park and I'll write down my to-dos for the day. For instance, today I have one issue that might cost me $5,000 if I can't find a solution to. Some of the materials for my next production run got damaged during transit, and so I gotta figure out who's responsible and how to fix that. I'm also gonna be launching a cacao version of my performance nut butter. This will be my second Amazon FBA product. And basically what needs to happen for that is I'm just coordinating with everyone, trying to get all the materials to the manufacturer. And this is a painful process because I'll send an email out and sometimes I don't receive an email back for a few days. So I'm trying to get everyone on the same page and make sure that all the materials that are needed get sent over. And finally, I'm gonna work on the PPC for Amazon. I only check it every few months. It's been a few months since I last checked it, so I have to go in, tweak some things, and optimize it.
Everything changed when I recently quit my job to do Amazon full time. And it used to be that I only worked on Vino cards 1 day a week, if that. And some weeks got a little busier than others, but on one of my days off from work, I would commit at least 4 hours a week to working on Vino cards. So my old daily routine was waking up at 6 a.m. I'd usually make coffee, or I'd stop by a coffee shop before work. I'd head out to work, I'd work that full 8 hours. During my lunch break is when I would work on Vino cards if there was something pressing that I needed to take care of right away, or I'd spend that time reading. And then I'd be stuck in LA traffic for a little bit until I got home. And so that's a little frustrating at times. And then I'd come home, do a workout, and I'd cook Travis a nice dinner, and that's about it. And then it all repeats the next day and the next. So now that I have so much more time in the day that I've quit my job, it's just been a whirlwind of a change, and I love it so much. And now I can actually commit 7 days a week if I needed to, but right now it's been 5 days a week working on Vino cards versus that 1 day when I had my full-time job. So now my morning routine is completely different. Now I've been waking up around 7:30 in the morning and without an alarm, so I'm trying to get my body used to that. I'll wake up, wash my face, I'll make some breakfast, I'll make some home coffee, which is great. I drink some lemon water and that kind of thing. And then I go to a coffee shop and work.
As awesome as it is to own an Amazon business and make passive income, all that kind of stuff, the actual work that goes into creating that business is pretty boring. I mean, it's basically just me on my computer, doing things. It's not really exciting. It's not necessarily the most fun thing to watch. It's mostly just sending emails, making calls, making decisions, going in, for today, for instance, going in and tweaking my Amazon PPC. I try to find campaigns or keywords that are doing well, and I raise the bid. And I find campaigns and keywords that are not doing well, and I lower the bid, and maybe try to find different keywords that I can bid on. And all those things are really important and they're helpful for my business, but from the outside, it's pretty much just me on my computer. Most of my effort when I am working on my business is around launching my second product. And I think that's the most valuable thing you can do with a business is launch a product, maybe try to grow it a little bit, but then focus on launching the next product, because by launching my second product, I could double or triple my sales. As opposed to doing the Amazon PPC stuff, I might increase my sales by 3%, 5%, 10%. And I also recently launched a course, so a lot more of my time and energy has been going into that and a little bit less into my own Amazon business.
Today I'm working on my Vino card edits, so I'm uploading all of the changes I made on the 50 cards on an Excel sheet. And basically I went through each one of my cards and wrote little sticky notes of what I want to change, any spelling mistakes and things like that. So this will take a little while, but then I'm going to reach out to some of the proposals I received on Upwork because I'm looking for a sommelier to review them for me.
I do think it's really important to get outside and take breaks. I usually around 1 o'clock every day, I'll either go outside and play basketball with a friend, or for instance today I have a private training session with a guy that basically he specializes in like body alignment, and it's, you know, it's a workout, but at the same time, it's really to help me with posture and all those kind of things, which I think is really important. If you're sitting at a chair all day long, if you're sitting at your desk, you're gonna start like hunching over, you're gonna be doing this, and it's bad for your brain. It makes you look less attractive. It makes you feel like worse. So I think it's important to get outside, get some exercise. And one thing to note about this guy that I'm going to, we actually have a barter system. So I help him with his marketing, and then he gives me the private sessions for free. He usually charges a lot of money for them. And if you're watching this video, you probably have some skills that you can barter as well. And this is one of the best things I've done because it gets me out of the house, it gets me social, I get some exercise, and on top of that, it helps with my posture and my alignment, which I think has a ton of benefits.
Right now, I am downloading Photoshop onto my computer, but I ran into a little issue. I guess I don't have space on my computer, so now I have to go in and delete all these sorts of files, go into iCloud, however that works. But I'm wanting to start a YouTube channel, so I want to download Photoshop so that I can edit my thumbnails.
As a side note, I think this is kind of one of the differences between a beginner and a quote-unquote expert is as a beginner, a lot of beginners want to do everything themselves. I was super guilty of this, where I think, and I was telling Ariana, I think it's worth hiring someone. Like I have virtual assistants that do all my thumbnails, and as you get more experience, it makes sense to hire other people to do tasks that you don't necessarily need to be doing.
Yeah, and that'll definitely be my goal, but for now, the reason I'm doing it myself is because I want to figure out what my style is and how I want my channel to look, my thumbnails to look and be represented. So once I figure out my style and play around with Photoshop doing that, then I'll hire an assistant.
And I think as you get more experienced with business, you get better and better at letting go. I think, as someone said, that entrepreneurship is basically an experiment in letting go.
I usually wait till after lunch, after I've gotten some exercise, to check my email. And this is exactly the reason why I like to wait. I just got an email from my manufacturer that some of the film that I sent to them was damaged. You can see this is supposed to be a circle, and I guess it was damaged in transit. And on top of that, so this is like the film that Performance Nut Butter packages go in. There's like a giant tear in it, basically making this unusable. This film cost me $5,000, and to be honest, I'm freaking out a little bit. There's usually a solution to these kind of things, but this is why I wait till after lunch to check my emails, because this is the kind of thing that you don't need to handle necessarily right away. Like it can wait a few hours. So for me, by reserving the morning time to do my highest leverage, like most important tasks, it allows me to grow the business. And then in the afternoon, when I have a little bit less energy, I can handle these kind of things, because this is the kind of thing where I just need to send a few different emails.
When I'm done checking my emails, I like to get out of my house. From about 2 or 3 o'clock all the way to 5 o'clock, I'm just pretty much worthless. My energy dips and I can't really get a lot of work done. Now, I used to fight that. I used to try to grind and still do work, but nowadays I come to the beach, maybe I'll go over to the rings and I'll stretch and I'll relax. And what I found is this right here is where I get my best ideas. And the truth about this is, all the work I was doing from 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock was what I call minimum wage work. It was really boring, monotonous work. It was the kind of stuff that you can hire someone else to do. And what I did is I have a team in the Philippines, and I pay them about like $3 an hour, and they do a really good job. When I first hired one of my VAs, I had to teach him how to do video editing. Now he's learned and he's a better video editor than me. This has been one of the biggest changes I've made in my life, is realizing I don't need to do everything myself, that I can hire other people, and sometimes when I hire other people, they're actually gonna be better at doing the job than me. And that frees up my time to start doing the things that I actually enjoy doing. And I honestly believe it leads to my business doing better, because like I said, when I come out here, this is where I have the game-changing ideas. This is where I have the things that are like not just gonna increase my business by 2, 3, 4%. This is where I have those ideas like, oh, I should launch a completely new product. I should launch the Cacao Performance Nut Butter.
Right now I'm putting FN SKUs on my boxes, so I'm running low on inventory, and usually I send about 10 boxes each time, so that's 166 boxes. So I have to take each individual box out and put the SKU on there, and then I take it to UPS and they ship it to Amazon for me. So it should arrive sometime this week, but I'm spending the morning doing this.
From there, Ariana and I will do different things depending on the night. We'll get dinner with friends, we'll go to different classes. She'll often do yoga or Pilates. I'll often just go play some basketball or do jujitsu. Just last night, I actually got my blue belt finally, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for about 4 years, and it took a little while, but I finally got my blue belt. Now, of course, some nights we're feeling lazy and we will stay in and just watch some Netflix. We've started doing a little bit more reading at night before bed, which is a great way to fall asleep. And one of my favorite things to do is honestly just go for a walk. It's really nice and it really helps me clear my head. Let me know in the comments down below what your ideal day would look like. And if you're thinking about selling on Amazon, do not sell on Amazon until you watch this video. I talk about the biggest mistake I've made on Amazon, as well as the 5 biggest mistakes I see beginners making. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for a chance to win a free consulting session. Click in that video. I'll see you in the next video, and remember to enjoy the journey.